Hi guys, it's me, the Alpha Empath, and I have with me Miss Tanisha
Hey.
Harrod. Tanisha Harrod. So Tanisha and I actually was supposed to do this at 7 o'clock, but we didn't get to do it. We didn't get to do it. We did not get to do our vagina monologues because Tanisha was fighting. Y'all, she was fighting. She was
Damn.
fighting, cussing folks out, fighting with a man. So I
Oh
told her,
my God.
yeah, I told her to get her little ass up on camera, and we finna release some of that pent up frustration. So
Oh,
last week,
all this energy.
all that energy, all that energy.
Mm.
Last week we were talking about the Medusa complex, and we were talking about women that love penis but hate men. That is what we were talking about. Remember that, Tanisha?
I remember that. I'm still dealing with that.
You
I'm
well,
still
I can.
shadow working with that. I
You,
am.
So you cuss somebody out. Now, Tanisha, I love how you cuss people out. Tell me some of the creative ways that somebody got cussed out.
Uh, I raised my whole voice,
The
which
whole
I don't do. My whole voice. Like this shit came all the way from
I
here.
know you did like a Tina Turner yell.
I did one of them. You know when she got on that mic and get it out of there.
I get
It
it. I get
came
it.
from there.
I get it. I get it. So, tonight we have a little video for you guys to watch. I'm gonna let you guys watch a video from Kevin Samuels. It's only 15 seconds. It
Damn.
is only 15 seconds, okay? So, and I want you guys to kind of tell me how you guys feel about this video. So let me put the video on. Let me put it on while Tanisha calms her little nerves
I
uh
know. Fix my
from being
laugh.
upset. Here it is, you guys. Can you guys see us okay? Let me know. Put in the comments if you can see us okay before I start this video. If you in here watching us, let me know before I start this video because y'all
I
better
see
not ask me.
Inez.
Okay, you see Inez? Don't ask me to start it again. Let me see if you in here. Type your name because you know that we can't really see your faces. I can't. She can. Okay, let's get started. Let's get started. Here it is. Hopefully this shit work. We trying to get all fancy and shit, but here it is. Here it is.
You said you're a high value girl.
I believe I am.
And that means your femininity would be number one.
Right.
That goes opposite to aggression.
Opposite of aggression.
Yes.
Okay.
Aggression is masculine.
So maybe I should turn off my sales when I'm dating.
I'm just telling you, what high value men want is not aggressive females. They want feminine women. You may be successful in your career, but your education, your income does not increase your value to men.
Okay.
I did a broadcast on that 2-3 days ago. Men value your femininity, your beauty, your fitness, your submissiveness, your cooperation, your womb.
Okay. Did you guys see it? Did you guys see what he said that he valued? So he's talking about a man of high value, and he's talking about the things that high value men what they admire in a woman or what they want in a woman. And personally, I didn't find anything wrong with anything he said. I really did not. Now I know y'all probably gonna cuss me out. I don't give a fuck, okay? Because ain't nobody gonna drag me no goddamn well, okay? But let me go ahead and say what he said that high value men value. And correct me if I'm wrong. I already see somebody in the comments.
Somebody said, "Fuck that."
Okay. Look, ladies.
All right, Taylor.
Look. Don't cuss me out. Don't cuss me out just yet. I don't have a problem. Listen, people can want whatever the fuck they want. They can. But let's go over what he said that high value men, what they are seeking in a woman. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tanisha, but he said femininity, right? He said beauty. He said fitness. He said submission. He said cooperation. And he said your womb.
Right.
That is what he said. Listen, there ain't nothing with a man want that. There is nothing wrong with that. However, everything that he mentioned tends to be something that is physical. It's in the physical realm. I didn't hear anything about the kind of heart she has. I didn't hear anything about the kind of character she has. I didn't hear anything about the type of legacy that she wants to leave. I didn't hear anything like that at all. Did you?
He just want the body.
Well, no. Well, he said it. He said he wants beauty. He wants fitness. He wants submission. He wants cooperation.
Yeah, he wants a body,
and he wants your womb. And he considers that femininity. Now, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Not because I think that he shouldn't have what he wants. I want him to have what he wants. And every man that thinks like him, I want them to have what the fuck they want. I do. But I am not going to reduce women down to a womb. And that's literally what.
You know what? I think it's not reducing the womb, because I think what he don't realize is how powerful me having a womb actually is. And I think, that's, I think we lift, instead of saying reducing to the womb, we should lift that up and say, I got a womb. My womb is capable of so much. It has the hormones and the womb is something a man don't have. And, my daughter keeps making this point that women can, function without men, but men gotta have a woman.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm assuming that this comment right here is from a male. I can't tell, but I'm assuming it's from a male. He says, I like an aggressive partner. I don't want a woman that wants to be walked on. If this is my fucking sub that's following me and commenting on this shit, I don't want you saying nothing right now. I done told you. Now, hopefully, is this somebody else that's not after me, Tanisha? Is this somebody in our group? Do you know who that is? Does it say?
It just say Facebook user. Who is it?
I don't know who it is. It could be my motherfucking sub. I don't know. But listen, he said so. But here it is, Tanisha. This man is saying, okay, in order for me, a high value man, to appreciate a woman, he only listed physical characteristics.
It's Sylvester.
Oh, Mr.
Hey, Sylvester.
Okay, that's Mr. Germaphobe. That's Mr. Germaphobe.
Yes.
Sylvester, look, I didn't wash my hands before I got on this live. I didn't wash my hands, Sylvester. You mad at me? Am I too nasty? Am I not high value because I didn't wash my hands? But listen, you guys.
Sylvester's a freak, though. He's a Scorpio. So he want an aggressive partner or whatever.
Yeah, we're not going to say nothing about it. But listen, how can a man reduce a woman and the entirety of a woman down to her womb, her fitness, her beauty, her ability to submit to him, and her ability to cooperate with him? Isn't a woman worth, or isn't she more than that? Is that really what we want to tell our daughters that they are? Because let's be honest, on that show, what is it? The Bridgerton?
Yes.
That's exactly what it was. Remember, all of those women were looking for a mate, those kind of men, the high value man, and you saw the paradigm that those women's mindsets were in.
Right.
Yeah. And it seems like what Mr. Samuels is talking about is he is looking for women to act more like that. But if I'm not mistaken, was that like in 1831 or something?
It was trying to be. But they had a lot of stuff that was up to date. They was playing the Ariana Grande. They had me going.
I got it, but still.
But yeah, it was that outdated mentality of how women were used and property and all of those things. And the women, and there was a line in there where the woman said it herself. She said, I'm a woman, so that's all I'm reduced to is finding a husband and being a wife. And they were taught that, and she was mad because her mom never taught her anything about sex.
Yeah, and that still happens
in there. Mm-hmm.
It still happens even now. Here I am, a grown woman, and you know how we get on Sunday schools. We get real nasty.
Right.
We get really, really nasty, and people have problems with how open I am about sex. But we are created in sex. We are created in sex. So why should I be shy about it?
Right.
I don't think that we should. I think that we should teach our children how that sex is something beautiful. I think that we should be open about it as quickly as we possibly can, because I think that leads to a more sexually mature society. Our society is not sexually mature at all, and we need to stop that.
And that's male and female.
Yeah, and that brings us back to what Tanisha was talking about, this Medusa complex that she was talking about. A lot of people or a lot of women love penis but don't like men. And they don't like men because of kind of what this stuff that Kelvin Samuels is talking about. Women have been reduced down to beauty, fitness, submission, cooperation, and the womb.
All
That's
of that
it.
is the meat sack.
That
You
is.
know, the
That's
flesh.
all the meat sack. That don't have nothing to do with the goddess that resides in this meat sack. So you
Right.
don't want my spirit. You don't want my heart. You just want this. And that's listen. Why are we considering that a man that just wants the meat sack high value because he makes over six figures? I think women need to stop thinking like that.
Please do.
No, seriously. Why is a diamond so precious? Now, me personally, I know you ain't gonna agree with this, Tanisha, but I don't like nothing that don't have no goddamn color.
I don't really like diamonds that much either, though.
Yeah, I don't like diamonds. I like shit with color, but it's a value because we place value on it, right? Right. Well, if we put value on a different kind of man, then men that reduce women down to your womb, your cooperation, your submissiveness, your fitness, your beauty, your meat sack, they wouldn't be seen as high value anymore. So it's us women. It's us women that are making men think. What are you thinking, Tanisha?
Do you think that's, what that, because I was thinking he's leading into toxic masculinity to me.
Oh, no, I agree with you. I respect what he wants, though.
So you figuring we kind of create that.
Yes, we're the blame. Okay. I don't fault him for wanting what he wants. As long as there are women that are saying, I will give you my beauty, I will give you my fitness, I will give you my womb to do it as you please, and what I get in return is to get my bills paid, we're going to keep producing that. So we're the problem. I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at us. Right. I am mad at us. And I'm so grateful that so who wrote this? I wish I could see these people's names. I can't see these damn people's names. Can y'all make it so I can see y'all names? I would really like to see y'all names so I can know.
I think they had to sign in. Because when I sign in, it shot me somewhere else. I don't know what this thing is doing.
we're not gonna worry about it. But the 5 Laws of Feminine Power, is this a book? Michelle McKinney wrote the book, The Power of. Sylvester wrote it. Sylvester.
Okay. He always own it.
5 laws of being feminine power. What do you know about that?
I told you here, free.
Damn it. Sylvester, don't come on here trying to teach us how to be women. Women need to evolve. I told the ladies in my group, The Evolution of the Empath, listen, the woman that uses her own masculinity to take care of herself, and she chooses to allow her masculinity to provide and protect her femininity, is the next evolution of woman. Now, these women are looked at as, more masculine, but really they're the place where we need to start going. The first marriage of anybody is between their own femininity and their own masculinity. I can respect. Let me tell you what helped get me out of loving men's penis, but not really loving men. Let me tell you what got me out of it. Here's what got me out of it. When I started loving and respecting my own masculinity, what I have, the fact that I provide, the fact that I can protect, when I honor the sacrifices that my masculinity provides for my children, it makes it a lot easier for me to honor and respect the sacrifices that any man that I decide to come into my life, he's going to bring to me because I respect my own masculinity. And I'm going to be honest with you. Masculinity is sometimes completely disrespected, and it's almost like a thankless job. How do I know? Because I honor my own masculinity, and I have to teach my children, how to honor my masculinity. Now, listen, if you just want to focus on your femininity, that's fine. And let him focus all on his masculinity. But everybody is born with feminine and masculine energy. Why would you?
Sylvester wrote.
Let me see what Sylvester wrote.
He said, it's important for me to learn the power of my own feminine energy.
You're absolutely right. Okay, Sylvester, I might start liking your ass again, but if you start bothering me, about me licking my fingers when I eat my chicken wings. I don't have no time for that bullshit, Sylvester. I really don't. I really don't. Okay. Now, when we get, if you have masculine and feminine energy, why in the world you come into this universe as a whole spiritual being? Why in the world would you say, I'm only going to cultivate one side of me? Because society rules state that I'm not going to be able to get a mate if I cultivate both sides of me. Why would you do yourself a disservice like that?
Right.
And the same thing with the man. Why would you cultivate only your masculinity and then have to go find a woman to awaken your heart? Why in the hell you want to throw her up into your heart and you haven't even figured out your own territory of your heart? If you scared to go in that motherfucker, what I look like going up in there? I need to know what you got up in there. Women have to explore their own territories of their heart. I know what booby traps I got in my heart because I didn't fell in them. I know what's up in there. I'm not about to ask a man to enter into my heart and I don't know what the fuck he's up against. Why would I do that to him?
I was listening to this lady today. She was talking about with all of the stuff that was happening in 2020 and, and she's in Finland somewhere. I don't know how I ended up on there. Don't ask. Anyway, she was talking about how she was real depressed because she had 3 major losses. She went through a divorce, but she said she had 3 major endings, her divorce and somebody else. And she said these were like deaths in her family. These were major things. And she's talking about how she used her masculine to support her feminine and bring her out of that funk. And I was like, okay. I listened to the way she said that. She said, I needed both. And
you do need both. Let me tell you how I call my masculine Black Dragon. That's her name. My masculine energy, I have dubbed her Queen Black Dragon. And that bitch is a go-getter. That bitch, baby, she's the bomb. She really, really is. Now, in order for my Black Dragon to marry my Black Snake, that's my feminine energy. She all ain't no, the most powerful thing on her is her tongue. That's really what it is, okay? And either she gonna bite you and she gonna heal you, or she gonna bite you and poison you. One of the motherfucking other. It is what it is. It is what it is. But here's what I did. When I decided to go ahead and marry my masculinity with my femininity, my world shifted for the better. The first thing that happened, I had to honor my masculinity by stating I am in a career that my masculinity fucking hates. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. The only reason why I'm still in it is because I'm making a lot of money, but I hate it. So I honored my masculinity and I said, we're going to do something that brings us joy. We're not going to just work, pay bills, and die. And I don't want that for any man. A man should have a joy. He really, really should. He really should. So I honored my own masculinity and I said, we're going to get something that's better suited. And we did. We did. Okay. We consulted my feminine energy. And my feminine energy, just like a husband and a wife, well, babe, you know me. What do you think I should be doing? And my feminine energy said, we coaches because we won.
Mm-hmm.
So my feminine energy birthed my new career. But my masculine energy built that shit.
Right.
My masculine energy is the one that said, okay, if we're going to do this shit, we're going to do this shit right. We're going to do it right. We're going to read. We're going to get the software that we need. We're going to get the equipment that we need. We're going to get all the articles of incorporation that we need. We're going to do it right.
Right.
But go ahead, Tanisha.
So I'm thinking back on how you put all of that together and going back into this relationship piece with Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Daniel. That dude on the video.
Yeah, him.
That's
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if anybody else seen the whole video because him and that chick ended up getting into it.
They did.
Oh yeah. They ended up getting into it. I saw that part.
I wish I would have been able to see that part. Would have been able to see that part. But we got to have a different example of what a high value, a high quality man is. Because if that is the example and you have taken all of me down to my womb, my cooperation, my submissiveness, my fitness, and my beauty, that makes me not even want to deal with men.
Because he reduced her even more. He started, he did the shit that he did to the last chick when he was like, rate yourself.
Yeah.
So he had her to rate herself and she said, I'm a 10.
Yeah.
And then he told her how she's not a 10. So we're going to have to get that clip and go over that next time, because that's the next part that you want to see, where he argued with her what a 10 is.
But Tanisha, here's the better question. Why is she on his show?
He finds them all the time, but
no, he ain't finding him. He's attracting them. He's attracting them.
Well, I think it goes back to what you said, because we women think that that's a high value man. And if we change that narrative and stop thinking that type of man is the shit, because he's not, then, you know, that he won't be getting them damn calls.
I agree. So we women got to change the fucking narrative. We got to stop saying dumbass shit like, oh, the first thing that comes out of our mouth when I ask women, you know, well, why do you want to get married? Why do you want a man? We got to stop saying shit like we want him to pay bills. We got to stop saying that shit. Listen, any man that loves you, he's going to end up paying your bills anyway. They just do.
They do.
They do. They so fucking phenomenal.
They want to do that.
They do want to do that.
A man naturally wants to do that.
He does. Let me tell you something. I was on the phone with my my ex-husband earlier today while you was fighting with your boo. I was on the phone with my ex-husband, right? And I was calling him because I was telling him every time my son goes over there, something will happen, and I will say, go and tell your daddy, because his daddy is the parent at that home. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I tell him, if something happens, tell your father. Okay. And he says, well, mommy, I tried to tell my dad, but Miss, whatever her name is, you know, baby mama, she wouldn't let me talk to my daddy. Yeah. But I told you, we have been working on our co-parenting situation. Okay. We have been working on it. So I called him. I was like, hey, look, that's a no-go. And he told me, he said, listen, she just wanted some private time with me. And our son kept coming in the room. I get that, but you got to say something to him, not her. Because if something happens in that household, our son can never think that he has to go through a woman that is not his parent in order to get access to his father. And then my ex-husband submitted to me. Now that motherfucker wouldn't do none of that shit while we was married. Wouldn't do none of that motherfucking shit. But then again, I wasn't very feminine while I was married to him. See, that's another thing, ladies. You have to really choose your men wisely. Because if there is no trust, there is no way that your feminine energy is going to come out.
Right. So I had a text message today from a friend of mine that was, you know, somebody that was, lurking on my Facebook or whatever. Yeah. And then they text me like, hey, I thought you'd be married or some shit by now. No. And I said, no. And he said, well, you're a good catch. And I said, oh, you know, the word catch reminds me of like, I control, and I hate control. So my issue was, I said, I don't want to be somebody's catch. I want somebody that I can swim with. I don't want to be caught. I want to do it together. And he's like, oh, you know, I like that. I said, see, sometimes it's just in the way it's presented. You know, if it's presented too hard, too masculine, I'm going to push back. You know, or too rough, you know, sometimes smooth edges and shit, you know, like when I get my nails done, I'm like, I ain't trying to stab nobody. I ain't walking around with them vampire nails. I need you to, you know, round the edges and all that good shit. Make it nice. I need to be soft.
The kind of perfect man, I kind of, for me, I consider him to be velvet steel. I like velvet steel. I want it to be hard, but I want like a layer of softness over it. That's kind of how I like my man.
Okay, so like a Ben Rhymes in Baby Boy, you know how he was naked and cooking?
You know what? You say whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what? You can say whatever. That shit is sexy. That shit is sexy. Like, for real. It is. That's kind of sexy. I ain't going to lie about it. It is. Yeah. It's kind of sexy. You in the kitchen, you scrambling me some eggs? Like, for real?
And you can pick me up later.
Yeah.
That's
I love that.
It's the bit. Yeah, that's him. That's it.
Yeah, velvet steel. When you know that they're all men, and What I have found, Tanisha, is that the more I allow a man to see my feminine energy, the more protective they become. And it don't have nothing to do with sex. It works on all men, every single one of them. My ex-husband, he's like a little puppy dog that eats out of my hand, and we have an amazing relationship. I wish
Don't fall back in there.
bitch.
Don't
Nah, once I'm done, I'm done. I don't go and double dip. I don't, because let me tell you something. I try too hard to make something work before I leave. I literally try everything. So if I
I
leave,
believe that.
yeah. If
Mhm.
I leave you, it's because I didn't see any other option. It's not because I haven't tried every option. I tried every option and I almost lost my life dealing with him. So I can't fuck with him no more. So I'm done with all that shit. Okay. But listen, we have been here almost 30 minutes. Why is this boy? Yakin.
Look at the
Yakin.
baby.
Girl.
He heard you talking about him.
Yakin. Well, anyway, he let me go and deal with this boy. I love you guys, and we will see you guys on Wednesday. I love all you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.